When did you learn that you could just not finish a book? Here are some books that I forced myself to finish and the varying outcomes of doing so. First is The Will of the Many. I read this book very excited. I came to it with all the optimism in my eyes. And to be fair, I was trying to push myself to read something I don't normally read. And it was actually a pleasant experience. It did take me 30% of the book to even understand what was happening. And then by 50% of the book, I was on board and I was liking it. I can't make this video without discussing Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. I read this book with so much hope and excitement. I thought that the power system was going to be super interesting. I was excited. And then I read it, and not nearly enough people discuss how disappointing this book is. I think this was actually my first 2-star rating ever. Next, we have the Plated Prisoner series. I've actually read this book twice. The first time I only got up to book 3 and finished, and the second time I plowed through the entire series, and I will be making a deep dive about that coming soon. Was it a horrible series? Kind of, yeah, it was. But was it worth going to the end? Only barely. I feel as though this series could have been half as long and made the exact same point. Next, we have Starling House by Alex E. Harrow. Now, Alex E. Harrow is all over book-related internet. She's just publishing and publishing and publishing. And I am very disappointed in at least Starling House. I was extremely intrigued by the premise of this book. What I found was something that fell flat on many counts and didn't deliver what it was trying to deliver. Finally, we have Priority of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I read this book last year. It's actually coming up on a year since I've read it. That's crazy. And it was the first time that I had ever annotated a book. I didn't do such a great job. However, what I realized was that if I annotate a book, it helps me to understand what's happening a little bit better. And this was the first time that I had found myself not understanding a book. And it took me, once again, about a third of the book before I really got on board. But after that, I was smooth sailing and I was hooked. Wow. Well, that was tough to get through, wasn't it? But anyway, if you have any books that you found you struggled through, I really want to talk about that with you in the comments. Please go read something. Okay, bye.